probably seen it in the paper. It's aggravating that Valley Electric is even considering changing the net metering program that is in effect. Now, I mentioned the agreement that I signed. Now, Valley Electric is not held to the legislation that was passed on net metering because they are a cooperative. So they're outside of the long arms of the law, I guess you could say, because we are a member-owned cooperative. So I want to make sure that distinction here when I talk about Valley Electric. I talk about it as if it's a company. Well, it is a company. And it's them. Well, it's not them. It's us. You listeners out there in the Pahrump area and in southern Nevada, in this part of southern Nevada, get your power from Valley Electric, but you're also a member owner of Valley Electric. Now, when Valley Electric started the net metering program, it was voted on by the directors and passed, and here's what it does. For every kilowatt hour that a rooftop solar producer or ground producer like myself sends back into the system, into Valley Electric, to be used by other customers of Valley Electric pays, well, doesn't pay cash, I haven't seen a nickel yet, of course, I don't know if I will, but you get a credit in your account equal to the amount of the bill that you're getting billed if you buy electricity from Valley Electric, a 1-for-1. I think the rate now is something like 11.9 point something cents per kilowatt hour. So for every kilowatt hour I send back to Valley Electric, I get credit for that rate, 1-for-1. Now, Valley Electric's interim CEO, Mr. Peck, wants to change that. He says it's ridiculous that we're having to pay more than the wholesale rate to our member owners, and he throws this out there. Well, you know, the other members are subsidizing you. Well, that's not a way to look at it. The cooperative, which is us, members, owners, and our elected representatives, directors, started this 1-for-1, and they also started that program for solar hot water tank, right? Rooftop hot water tanks. Because why? Because the member owners of Valley Electric Cooperative believed it was sound policy to support solar energy in Pahrump. We, the members, we, the people, and our directors that elected put this program in effect. So let's never take our eye off the ball there of why we have the 1-for-1 rate. I'm not doing anything to any of you people out there. I have a huge investment that I put in for solar energy for several reasons. Well, also because I believe it's sound for the environment. I believe it's sound as an investment for my property. It adds an increase in value to my property. And I didn't have to overestimate or underestimate the size of my system. I did overestimate because I knew that I wanted to pay. Because with those credits, I also pay the service fee and my Valley Electric broadband internet. So I had this planned out, and I've planned it out for over a year, as do other people. This isn't a little, one of those decisions that you take lightly to invest this much into your property. So to take and knock my feet out from underneath me, change the rules of the game that I entered into and purchased that system, is wrong. I didn't cause any financial problems that Valley Electric has been suffering, which is our cooperative, my cooperative. I didn't cause those problems. I don't want the cooperative, and I don't think it's fair to change the net metering program, and I will go to bat to try to preserve it. It's fair, it's right, it's in line with the state policy.